review it at the end of the week and say what should we put more hours on like
Good.
okay.
Okay. Good. Good. All right. How are you? Yeah.
Would be graded on it because decreasing the thousands to adding follow up.
It's always gonna be
See how that program will be.
exactly. Yeah. So have you taken a program evaluation? Do you help send me? So have you taken like a program evaluation? Yeah, that's the one. It's
No, I'm taking
okay. Okay. So mainly there's three types of evaluations. We have impact evaluation. I forgot already. Sorry, took it. It's a lot understandable. And mainly you want to follow up if it's effective, whether it's effective, whether you need an impact on your health, and whether it should keep on going. So yeah, it's always good to have an evaluation. If you were implementing, you don't do a follow up. How would you know if it's effective overall? Now you were mentioning about diet. So what type of diet? Okay, all right. How about cooking classes? Because diets are very important in a way. And mainly depending on the area, maybe it's desert or they don't have enough produce. So you wanna look into those areas whether you have access to a fresh selection. And as for the cooking class, maybe they don't know how to cook. So you wanna maybe have workshops where you can tell, hey, depending on the budget, you can provide which ones are easier to obtain depending on how much you have and also ways to cook them. So you gotta think about that. If you were to do graduate school, you gotta think really critically. So I'm a first year, so you plan to graduate school, yeah, so trust me, it's nothing compared to other nothing. Like I said, I mean, it's a worthwhile experience. But it's worth it. But you have to really put your time and effort. I mean, you can work as a story, But I have a couple of classmates, they work full time and they go to school full time. They're like MVP status. Yeah. But I mean, yeah. So I mean, this is like the base. It's like the base stuff. But if you want to really talk, I mean, these three questions you can talk for forever. But I mean, we don't have time for that. I mean, we just want to just get the peel, the orange peel of it. So yeah, that's good.
So what they did here with that diet thing, kind of like it's like a festival. It connects to the whole goal of the program itself, but diet encompasses the whole other research analysis. Is you could hungry,
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of stuff into it, but there's a lot of components that you guys right now don't even look. You just look at there's a program, let's do it, but there's other stuff that no one, you undergrads will not know until you guys really look into it, So you're a senior?
Yeah.
You're a senior too? Yeah. You're junior, you got a while, you got a year. Good.
I'm ready.
Well, you want to get experience, once you yeah, definitely.
That's why I'm
Once I graduated, I took a year off and I worked in Israeli. There, grad school.
That's what I want to do. I want to at least get a year in. There's a lot of health science programs that are you need 2 years of support. And I'm like, yeah, so I'm like, you know what? I need so far,
you want to make sure that this is what you want to do. You don't want to go in the program and regret it.
yeah.
Yeah, I graduated from Cal State LA 2015. Yeah, so I went there. Obviously, here now. Public health.
Oh, they have
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
my sister.
Parking is terrible there. I'll tell you that.
Worse than here?
Worse than here.
Really?
Because they accept more students than the usual, so impact the parking.
Well, this year they were 40 minutes.
It's a lot, it's a lot, it's a lot. That's a lot. But yeah, yeah, so mainly depending on the teacher you'll have, if you were in graduate school, they expect you to read the material. They're just gonna sit and discuss. You guys are just gonna go in a circle or whatever it is and just discuss the readings, and the professor will just facilitate the discussion. That's pretty much it.
Like, I'd rather do that than.
But it does get difficult because, the class are only once a week. I can't even catch up on the reading because I have all these other classes on Tuesday. And then you have nothing to say. And you're like,
What's the maximum?
okay, so 12 minutes is the maximum, but for here, full time is 90 minutes. Yeah, at least 3 classes. So the only thing is, you're stuck here for summer.
Oh, it's summer too?
There's summer
Because
too.
there's required
Classes.
classes that you have to
Yeah.
take.
So it works out because if you're already here, you have 4 classes. So it's good that they spread it out. You'll have breaks. My friend's taking, another friend's taking 4 classes. She's lying, you can joke, but right now, this is like a system that basically budget half the stuff. So if this was like a full blown lecture, ooh.
I was like, I'm almost done and
They expect you to read these articles or these books for. Have you ever Dr. Yang? No.
I think you want to take it next semester.
Okay, he's cool during undergraduate. But my graduate school, we read books this thick, twice a week. Every 2 weeks, we read a different book. And we have discussions, he lectures, every does a lecture on the book, half of the book, what's it about. Then we read it, then we discuss it. It's a rotation. Then you have big term papers, you have little assignments. And
are the assignments like just spread out or?
yeah, they're spread out. Yeah, no, they're fair. It's fair. They really have. And next we're gonna have a little big speech for what public health is, our vision for public health. So yeah, so it depends on the teacher you can have. Some of them are really creative. But you're gonna be sitting, right now you're gonna be trying why do I have all these papers? Do not from passion. I promise you, you will regret it. I'm regretting it right now.
Most people do that.
But you work.
So write it down.
You work. You work? Good, do part-time. Trust me, do part-time. You do part-time. Because I'm not, a lot of classes are eating, like you're doing grad school, you're all eating. If you're doing the next, that's your first one.
Okay, so, give me an idea. Can you name a community that might benefit from a similar kind of approach in the future? Just any example.
We were just thinking even just our college community.
The college community, okay, very good, interesting, and why?
I mean, we're all diverse, so we targeting different. But then again, since we're in college, we can take that knowledge and help other people, like our families in general.
Ah, very good.
So we can just diffusion.
Diffusion, another theory, diffusion integration, great, yes, good. Okay, then, how would you tailor, so let's just say that we're going to target not an ethnic racial community, right, but it's a community of identity. So CSUF students, how would you tailor?
So since we're young college students, we are really into media. So you know how Facebook, they have all these challenge, like exercising challenge, and So what we can do is have a group challenge of do it with your friends, 4 or 5 people, make a challenge video and challenge other people, and then just show us what moves you have for at least 10 minutes or something.
Wow, okay. So to really play off of things that people consider to be fun, right, challenging. You're all students, so you're always trying to, I'm guessing. So great. I mean, a very specific way of tailoring it to something that's relatable, right? To this age group and this, students in this campus. How else could you tailor it to students here? Yes.
Well, I guess depending on how much activity they accumulate over time, they can earn points. And then, incentives after a certain amount of points. Every 1,000 points, you get like a bag or a free t-shirt. Everybody likes free t-shirts for some reason, so I mean, why not?
Wonderful. So there is a whole set of theories that talks about incentives. Like, how do you increase the benefits and decrease the costs, right? And so the benefits to students would be very unique, right? It would probably be very different. Well, maybe not very different, but some of them would be different than, let's say, the Pacific Islander adult community, right? Very good. Anything else you could think about?
So in my high school, back then we have this dance competition where all the organizations will compete against each other. So for this, we could have all the organizations clubs on campus. They can have a exercise competition for each other. Something like that. They're,
So what you're talking about are the organizations are different here. The churches, something like that, you'd be going out to the student clubs and trying to get them engaged, find a champion, right? Have them organize with their members. And then even bigger, come together and maybe challenge, competition, etc. So the organizations are different. Absolutely. That makes a lot of sense. And can be,
I was thinking outside and we have a lot of those clubs, we have the mental awareness month here on campus. So why don't we have a healthy awareness day where we set up booths, we teach people to come, they can learn about the food choices, the exercise, and they can learn different how to become healthier. So we can ask college, we can programs, get the public health science low volume. Lead it, have the booths out there where they teach the rest of the college community about exercise.
So having a health fair, having tables out there. I mean, we're talking about different ways to outreach to students, right? And health fairs or something on campus is very common, right? You're used to doing things like that. It may not be as common if you go to a church or something like that. That's not the way that people engage to learn, right? But absolutely here might be great. Okay, great ideas. Finally, I hope you were all thinking critically. How could you improve this program itself right now? Yes.
Different, including different theories or different constructs of different theories into the program. So we're thinking the health belief model, adding how susceptible you think to get cancer. That was part.
So the health belief model talks about trying to increase susceptibility. That's the feeling that if you're susceptible to cancer, you're more likely to do this behavior. So trying to promote, maybe more closely link it to cancer prevention. Right? Perfect. Great. Anything? So who else? There were some errors with this. There's some bigger ideas about how to improve, but I'm going to ask in the back because we thought of one of the errors that was in that video.
In the video, the instructor was saying, and she was saying right and left, she was referring to her right and left and not to the audience.
Did you get that? And there was a moment of confusion. So that could be easily clarified, right? Or fixed. We didn't do it in this video for many different reasons, but that would be something that has always been under my skin. I really want to one day correct.
There males, I didn't pay attention to the detail. I was also dancing.
Did anyone see the male dancing and then winking?
There were two.
Yes, there was two. And actually one of them was in a cast, an arm cast. Did you notice that? Not intentional, but it was nice to be able to show the diversity though, right? Yeah. Well, maybe you're feeling shy because, I helped to create this, but I think there are many, many ways that we could be improving this. Some of this is relating to the theories that we base this off of. Some of it is around the measurement, how we did the evaluation, and how we could be doing it better next time. We only involved 8 churches and organizations. We could have done more. We only had 100 individuals, and with that, you can't do very much data analysis. It would have been helpful to have more. So there are many, many ways that we could have improved this. Okay, so what I want to do is just end with a few thoughts, what we took away from this. Number one, we really enjoyed developing this and disseminating this. It's available now on YouTube for free. feel free to use it. You've got the article now, so if you're going to try and develop a program and evaluate it, feel free to use any of these materials, articles to refer to, so that you do your own evidence-based approach. For us, we really feel that this showed the power of that community-based participatory research. Universities and communities coming together. If this had been up to just me, and remember I said when I was earlier, I'm Korean, I'm not Pacific Islander. If it had been up to me to decide how to develop this, I'm sure there would have been many things I would have missed that made this more fun and relatable, like Pacific Islanders. I would definitely say that there are some benefits and, as always, limitations to working with existing organizations. We found that 6 of the 8 of the organizations already had done physical activity in the past. Maybe what we needed to have done was reached out to organizations that had never had that experience. It could have been more impactful, right? But the benefit was that for the 6, they were all successful. I'm sorry, of the 8, actually not all of them. I think one of them dropped out towards the end. I can't remember my article very well, but you know, for the most part, they were all involved and enthusiastic because we combined the individuals with the social environment, right, and the power of that. And then finally, I just want to underscore the importance of addressing cancer prevention. It's really difficult to link this in a way to cancer because cancer is still so difficult to talk about. But when you make it this easy to do and say, listen, you can do 10 minutes of this kind of physical activity a day, in just that little bit of effort, you can significantly reduce your risk for all the cancers we showed previously, right? Think about how much of an impact we can have in populations before they even get sick. That is the power of public health. That is what a master's in public health is meant to do, is to train you to be able to make that kind of impact in populations. For those of you who are not going into public health necessarily, but you're going into a health field, right? Occupational therapy, having that kind of a view towards prevention, right, is equally as important. People can be involved in public health and not have a master's in public health. You can be a doctor, you can be a PA, an OT, a PT, you can be in any other field. But if you have that value of prevention, then you have a public health perspective. Okay. I just want to say that you can actually find us on many different ways if you want to learn more about WindCart and the programs that we've developed. So we have a website, windcart.fullerton.edu. You can go to our YouTube at WindCart Center, or Facebook at the WindCart Network. And I just want to end by saying thank you and to show you our older picture of our community and our university researchers together. You can see very much that we spent a lot of time working together and had a lot of fun at the same time. Okay. Thank you for letting me give you a taste of grad school. At this point,
we want to say thank you to you.
thank you very much.
We really appreciate not only the hour and a half that you spent with us today, but making the whole Ally Health Academy possible. So thank you very much.
Thank you for being part of this. It's because of you guys that we're able to really talk about how this could potentially work by the time you get into grad school. Get you into grad school.
Yes.
I do want to make the offer that since we've run out of time today, that if you have any questions about the Masters in Public Health program here, please feel free to follow up with me. I don't know if you know, but the Department of Health Science office is just in the next building over, and that's where my office is. So stop by, say you're with Allied Health Academy, and then let me know what questions you have about public health. Okay. Or I'm going to volunteer actually John, who is in our Masters in Public Health program, and Aaron, who is a graduate of UCLA's public health program as well.